Call it what you want, but I do not believe a woman who is out of shape deserves to be in a relationship. When it comes to love, there are rules one must abide by, and the first one is love thy neighbor as you love yourself. So if you cannot love yourself enough to make sure you are physically fit, emotionally fit, spiritually fit, baby, you are not qualified to love anybody else. Feel how you want. Call it what you want.
Okay, so this woman right here, she said that she doesn't think a woman who is out of shape should be in a relationship. And me, this is qualifies for a relationship or whatever she said, you know. But she wasn't just saying like in shape. She was talking about physically fit, emotionally fit, and I think she said mentally fit as well. And this is something I think could go for both men and women, but a lot of people don't really think about it. A lot of people, they look for someone, they're looking for a doctor in a relationship. They're looking for someone that's going to come in and fix all their problems. And ideally, that's not what you want. If you, like she said, love your brother like you love yourself, you loving yourself, you would want to like, okay, I get in a relationship and I know I got a bunch of trauma, a bunch of baggage, and I'm bringing that and expecting somebody else to take on that. That's selfish thinking, right? And I think a lot of people do that, both men and women, when in reality it's best, especially if you really love somebody and want what's best for that person, you're gonna not want to do that to them. You're gonna want to come in that situation healed, or at least not depend on them to heal you and fix all your problems, you know. I think that's like a big problem we see nowadays, especially when people like kind of monkey branch from relationship to relationship. We see that a lot nowadays, and I think that's a problem. But as far as like what she was originally saying in the fitness sense of things, that's a given, right? If you're not loving yourself, and a lot of people, they'll come into the relationship fit, they'll come into some people, they'll come into it emotionally fit, physically fit, mentally fit, all those things, but then they'll start letting themselves go. And that's also a problem too. Like I feel like people should take care of themselves and, you know, put themselves first so they can be the best version of themselves for that other person. Like, I feel like that's always the best way to go. Not depend on the other person. Like, go get a therapist if you got too many fucking problems. Like, and don't get me wrong, I feel like people should get together and be in each other's lives to make each other better in the long run. But as far as like solely depending on someone to solely depending on somebody to be all of that for you, I feel like that's a little bit selfish thinking, for real. But at the end of the day, there are going to be people that accept people no matter what, because a lot of people are lonely, a lot of people are desperate, a lot of people don't have much to offer themselves. So yeah, you know, it doesn't matter. The most mentally done person, they're going to find somebody. The most out of shape person, they're going to find somebody. But if you want a successful relationship, it's better to be healed and not have to deal with all that trauma and baggage, or not try to force that on somebody else. So that person can focus on being their best version. You can focus on being your best version, and y'all come together and y'all move as one after that, you know? Know what I'm saying? That's just stuff that's really not spoken on, because we see like toxic relationships is the norm nowadays. Everybody's in a toxic relationship, or 99% of people are in one, or they are okay with dealing with toxicity in relationships, which, you know, I think people should, like she was saying, if you really want to love somebody like you will love yourself, and you want the best for yourself, that means wanting the best for the other person, even if that means like, okay, I'm not for them right now type shit. And that's just what it is when it comes to that.